This is Gaylord, Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. It's the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Here at the Palace on the Prairie, you know this is one of the most iconic stadiums in all of college football. Gaylord family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium gets rocking for the Sooners. They have got so many loyal fans. You know they bleed crimson and cream here. They are excited after a 10-win season last year, and these fans can't wait to get it started again. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcats offense will get first crack at it today. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country.
Well, this is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but David, he better have a clock going off in his head in this one, because this is one of the elite pass rushes in the entire nation as well. Their D-line is absolutely stopped.
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better...
Snags it and he's open. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To the air, it's French. That's reeled in. It's Grover. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul.
He was grabbing for any... get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Hands it off on the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
The misfire on the 49-yard field goal attempt sets him up with pretty good field position at the 32. Hand off from the shotgun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It'll be third and long. To throw, it's Mateer. Out of the backfield, he's open. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with fourth. Trying to keep the drive alive. There's some room. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
Then we get to break out the Sooner Schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
The Bearcats offense heads out to get things started on this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy, this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double-team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
The Bearcats send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Got his man. At the 35, he's loose. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. So now it's second and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcats offense out there to go on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the tight end. Got a man. It's Grover. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch, and he's free.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Grover. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's French. Got it. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Incomplete pass, but it'll be a productive play for the offense. This flag's going to go against the D. The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. This one's complete. Touchdown, Cincinnati! A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Fires one high and deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge. Knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Got his man downfield. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Sooners are flying down the field.
Here we go. Ready. One, go.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Harris. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Offense in a bunch formation. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw again. Swings it out to his running back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. As they come to the line on 3rd down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the score. They'll try to pound their way in. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Payne. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Back to throw, it's French. Working the big fella downfield and outside. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And he's brought down after a nice gain on the play. Give him 7 on that one, and now we've reached a 2-minute timeout. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Oh, they're after him! And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Makes the catch.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Sets up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The holding penalty will make it 1st and 20. The run inside. It's Avant. Looking for room at the 25. Breaks free in the middle. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you can have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Gibson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hand. Ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance Fumble for the offense. Is the fumbler. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Looking to throw. It's French. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And this one is perfect. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking for space. It's Avant. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's a give to Robinson. Makes it past the marker. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. Our first stop is with Kansas State taking on the number 22 team, the Tulane Green Wave. And it's the Wildcats, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Norman. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. Turning it on! They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Give to the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Quick release by the QB. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and trust me, Not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll send the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Robinson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
Cincinnati brings its offense onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the ground. He's got it again. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go to the counter. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the 1st down. And the Bearcats headed quickly to the line.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's French. The short hands. It's Grover. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking for a crease. It's Perry. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on 1st down. It's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. They're working that left side. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12. The play fake. Pulls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Snags it. And he will score! Touchdown, Bearcats! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Delayed handoff. It's Avant. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is... There's a crease. Past the 50, the 40. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Trying play action. Bring in the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking for a man. It's French. Under fire. Working that left side now. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Going for the big play. He's got it down the field. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Looking for room. It's Avant. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be
into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. How good have they been on third down today? And another opportunity here on third and goal. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's fourth down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the point after is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up the first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Dropping back, it's French. Right down the middle. Finds space on the right. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
On the ground, it's Perry. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Finds his man in the middle. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Bearcats want to move quickly.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second and regroup before running this next play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Complete in the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. From the gun, looking for a man. Fires to the end zone. Couldn't make the play in the end zone, but the offense is going to come out of this with a penalty on the D. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. And, guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Scanning the field, it's French. Here comes the heat. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Looking to throw. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult.
Caught, and he's got room. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. They used the chunk play across midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He tries to take the top off. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown Sooner. And the beatdown has ensued. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside, it's Johnson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Bearcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air, it's French. Rushes on him. Finds a man in the middle. The Bearcats use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It's complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On the move, he fires. Got a man in the middle. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Bearcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Back to pass, it's French. On target. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. But a little time, lets it go. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Oh, sticks that big mitt up there and grabs it. And it's a touchdown in the dying moments of the game.
And we're starting to see these so much more on the regular. Just so many freaks out wide now, but watch the receiver. He goes up. He don't need to. One is good enough. He's that good. Nice snag. Pulls it in for the touchdown.
Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, 4th quarter. Got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one has gone. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team is incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.